Hey Muppet fans, this is Joe from ToughPigs. We are here with yet another unboxing video. This one, I am ashamed to say, has been in my possession for over a year now. I went through an apartment move and it just got shuffled around with a lot of boxes. And of course, I'm also very forgetful and there's always a lot going on for everyone in this world of ours. So I am a little late into opening this, but I'm very excited to see what's inside. If it was ever told to me, I've now completely forgotten. This comes from WETA Workshop. We saw them again at Toy Fair this year. They've got some really cool Labyrinth and Dark Crystal stuff up for sale on their website, and I'm assuming that might be what's in here. Again, no clue. Let's open up this mystery box and see what's inside. I hope it's either Labyrinth or Dark Crystal or candy. I would be very happy if they just sent me a box of candy. I'll be a little less happy if I let that candy sit in my apartment in that box for a whole year. Okay, it looks like we have 3 figures here that are all Labyrinth, which is very exciting because I love Labyrinth. I have a theory that everyone is either a really huge Labyrinth fan or a really huge Dark Crystal fan, and no one is really both. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to comment on this and tell me that I'm a liar, and there's lots of people who are huge fans of both. But if my theory is correct, I am one of those people. I am a huge, huge Labyrinth fan. Dark Crystal's great, don't get me wrong, but Labyrinth is where it's at. The first figure that I've picked out at random is Jareth. We'll go through all these with the outside the boxes in a minute, but we're calling this a Mini Epics Jareth. He's looking very fancy. Very cool to have a David Bowie that will get to sit on my shelf. I'm very happy with that. Wow, yeah, the box looks good. I kind of don't care about the box this time because I will absolutely be taking these out of the boxes as soon as I can. We're going to better look at Jareth in just a few minutes. Next up, we have Ludo. Whoa, and this Ludo is heavy, I can tell you. Let's see if you can see that without the glare. He's looking a little shiny because of the plastic in there, but another mini epics of Ludo. Here he is. And let's see what the third one is. It's Sarah Williams. Did you know Sarah had a last name and it's Williams? It is. Here's Sarah. She's looking good in there. Again, we're going to get a better look in just a second. Let's open up these boxes and see what they look like on the inside. All right, back to Jareth. He's the star of the show here. Again, it's very cool to have a David Bowie action figure. My whole family, we're all huge David Bowie fans. And yeah, we're very happy to have a little bit of David Bowie in our lives. And I'm especially happy to have David Bowie in the form of Jareth. It's like a double whammy for me. I'm gonna clip this wire to get it off of him. And let's see if he pops out easily. Oh, look at that, he does. Beautiful. All right, excuse my mess. Here's David Bowie as Jareth. Look at that. Now, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of times when we review toys here, we talk about the articulation and how well do they stand and all that. These are not meant to be posed. These figures seem to be just static, and that's okay. There's no problem with that. It decreases the playability a little bit for younger fans. I don't think these are really made for younger fans. These are made for folks like me, especially people like me who really just want to put this on the shelf because it's really pretty. Speaking of which, this is very pretty. I love that he's got a real crystal ball here in his cane. He's got a very David Bowie sneer. He's got those high heels. You can see the high heels there. The one thing I think everyone's going to have to be pointing out here is it's Jareth's crotch. It is prominent. I don't think it's quite as prominent here as it is in the movie. That's okay. One thing that I'm looking forward to seeing with the other 2 figures as well is how stylized they are. I think that this is a really cool stylization of how, not just how Jareth looks in the movie, but how we think he looks when we aren't actually staring at him at the moment. We picture the big hair and the fancy clothes, and he a pose like this with a hand on the hip, and he's about to sing into the cane like it's a microphone. This is great. I'm loving this so far. I can't wait to see the next 2. All right, next we're going to be unboxing Ludo here. Of the 3 figures, this is the only one that's an actual creature. You might be able to say that Jareth is kind of half human and half creature, but like he wasn't built by the Jim Henson company, and Ludo was. So I think this is going to be the real test. How well can WETA recreate something that is created with such artistry by the Jim Henson creature shop. All right, here we go. So there's Ludo. We're gonna toss our trash. Wow, once again, he is heavy. He is a big piece of plastic. There he is. He is chewing on that door knocker. That is from a very specific scene in the movie. And he's so cute. Look at that face. How could you not love that face? That's Ludo. He's, I love everything about Labyrinth. Ludo might be the best character, not because he's the coolest, but he just wants to be your friend. And he's such a big animated character. He's a big galoot. And you can just picture, actually you can't. You can't picture the puppeteer inside. Ludo is just alive. That is the sign of a great creature shop puppet. This guy's great. Again, he's pretty big. You can see a lot of the details you don't really get in the movie, like his big three-toed feet. There's his tail. Again, no articulations. The tail doesn't move, but he does have a tail. He's equally scary and friendly, just like Ludo in the movie. Isn't that nice? All right, that's 2 down. Let's check out Sarah. She's next. All right, let's open up Sarah. While I'm doing this, I might as well mention the Sarah and the Jareth figures also come with a limited edition variant. Jareth has Jareth has a slightly larger cape. Also, instead of holding the wand, he's holding the 3 crystal balls. And for Sarah, her variant, she's holding the worm and the fiery doll. But let's see what she's wearing in this version. This is not the variant. This is the regular old Sarah, classic Sarah. And again, I'm totally okay with that. I do not need, doubles of all my favorite Labyrinth characters, as tempting as it may be. Okay, here is Sarah. She is now, I got that pet peeve. Can the figures stand on their own? Her feet don't quite match, but I will say that these figures, yes they do, they come with a stand. So Sarah, I'm gonna put you down for just a second. So sorry, I'll be back up in no time. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you to WETA Workshop for thinking ahead and giving us pegs for them to stand on so that they won't fall on me. Now the other question is how easy is it to actually get her on these pegs? Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, and again, the nice thing is when she's on there, I'm not taking her off. Okay, there's Sarah. Hello, Sarah. As you can see, she's wearing her classic tunic from the movie. She's holding on to her teddy bear. What's the teddy bear's name? It's a trivia question for you Labyrinth fans. Lancelot, you got it right. She's also got this book. This is her Labyrinth storybook. And I don't know if you can see there. Where's my camera? Camera 1, camera 2. Yep, that is sure is blurry, but you get the idea. That's a picture of Jareth. The text is too small to read, but you know what it says. You've seen the movie. Once again, it's great. Obviously with this and with the Jareth, they're got to be just a little bit different from the actors. It doesn't exactly look like Jennifer Connelly here, but the stylization is great. And looking at this, I'm loving the detail in the coloring in her tunic. I like the detail in the curls in her hair. It's a pretty nice figure. Now, by itself, do you know who this is? I would. Most people might not. I don't know. Jareth and Ludo are a little bit easier, but also it would be weird to do Labyrinth toys and not feature the actual protagonists of the film. So I'm glad that Sarah has her own figure. And again, very happy that all 3 of these even exist. I mean, that's phenomenal. Speaking of which, let's get all 3 of these in the same shot and see how they look together. Well, here's our Labyrinth trio. We have Jareth, we have Sarah, we have Ludo. I think they look amazing together. And again, I love this style of these mini epics. They're so emotive and interesting to look at, and not just a carbon copy of what we saw on screen. That would have been cool too. It's kind of a highlight of what makes these kinds of action figures or statuettes really unique, is that any artist, any company can come in and they can have their own spin on it, and it can be something really special for any kind of collector. And for obsessive collectors like some of us here, it allows us to collect multiples of any character. Of course I want the Ludo that looks like the Ludo from the movie, but also Ludo that looks like this, but also the Ludo that looks like, he's from the 1980s 8-bit, simplified cheapo toy. Like, I want it all. I want everything. So yeah, I'm really grateful that these exist. These are now available through WETA Workshop. You can go to their website, you can go to Amazon, it's all there. WETA is also working on some Dark Crystal figures in this same vein. There's a Jen and Akira that we saw available at Toy Fair this past year. And they also have a whole bunch of other Labyrinth and Dark Crystal materials that are out now, including those statuettes that look just like the ones from the movie. So if that's what you want, check out WETA Workshop. They've got it. Thanks so much to WETA for sending us these figures to unbox. We are so grateful that they exist, and we're so excited to add them to our collection. For more Muppet merchandise reviews, please keep an eye on ToughPigs.com. We will do more of those there. We will do more of them here on YouTube, on social media, on TikTok. That's where we are as well. And we hope to have some really cool stuff to open for y'all. So thanks for watching, and thanks for reading ToughPigs. See y'all again soon.